Occupational safety specialists agree that workplace violence is more than an actual physical attack. Homicide and other physical assaults are on a continuum that also include domestic violence, stalking, threats, harassment, bullying, emotional abuse, intimidation, and other forms of conduct that create anxiety, fear, and a climate of distrust in the workplace. Because workplace violence comes in many forms, safety specialists have categorized the broader definition of the problem into 4 types. Violent acts by criminals with no connection to the workplace, but to enter to commit robbery or another crime. This type of violence falls heavily upon occupational groups like taxi drivers, late-night store clerks, or employees with access to cash or other valuables. Because the outside criminal has no other contact with the workplace, the response after a crime will involve conventional law enforcement procedures for investigating, finding, and arresting the suspect. Preventative strategies for this type of violence include an emphasis on physical security measures and employer policies and training for employees that work with cash and other valuables. Violence directed at employees by customers or others for whom the organization provides services. In some occupations, dealing with dangerous people is inherent to the job. Examples include policemen, correctional officers, security guards, healthcare, or mental health workers. Because workplace violence is inherent, employers typically have internal policies and procedures and specialized training to address these dangers. Violence against employees by a current or former employee, and violence committed in the workplace by someone who has a personal relationship with an employee are the most prevalent types of violence encountered in the workplace. The upside is when the violence comes in the form of an employee or someone close to an employee, there is a greater chance that some warning sign will alert the employer, who can take the appropriate steps to mitigate the potential for violence or prevent it altogether. Violence in the workplace is everybody's business, and employers have an important role in the prevention of workplace violence. The U.S. Department of Justice recommends that businesses adopt a workplace violence policy and prevention program and communicate the policy and program to employees. Provide regular training and preventative measures for all new and current employees, supervisors, and managers. Support victims of workplace or domestic violence. Adopt and practice fair, consistent disciplinary procedures. Foster a climate of trust and respect among workers, supervisors, and management. And when necessary, seek advice and assistance from outside resources like threat assessment professionals and law enforcement. Everyone loses when a violent act takes place. Like all violent crime, workplace violence creates a ripple effect that goes beyond a single incident. It damages trust and the sense of community and security. Your safety and health, the protection of property, and the general public are of the utmost importance. ParkWest Staffing is committed to providing the leadership and support necessary to develop and maintain a successful safety program. This has been a ParkWest Staffing Health and Safety Message.